The intellectual and spiritual system sandpit. No, we never was intellectual at all. This is only a problem for the intellectual, not for us. Intellectual is the understanding, the obedience to be ruled in a submission. This is what the system is and provides, and therefore we only can get their slave with the slave mentality. So intellect is not to be confused with intelligence. Life is intelligent. Intellect is when you acquire different things. It's like all the experts, they only have intellect, like the ones on the TV or so, they always come the experts or the specialists, and these are the ones who are the intellectual. But the sandpit itself is full of small little sandpits. So no matter if you're a student, if you're the teacher, if you are the scientist, if you are the philosopher, the president, the pope, or in submission of a religion or God, this is all sandpits. They all are provided by sandpits. It's like drinking water from the same source and someone pissed in it. So no matter what, you will always get the same result, more or less big the sandpit is. And of course, people will slander us for not being intellectual and say we are the ones who are dividing. We don't want to destroy the sandpit, but they want, of course, that we also get into their sandpit. Yeah. So they insist that everyone get his sandpit in the mind, and will not accept for the ones who don't want it. So the sandpit itself is 1, 2, 3, ABC, all the symbols from there, mathematic measurements, maps, grammar, grammarian, the magician, all history, every belief, geometry, logos, idols, and of course all the thoughts we didn't create ourselves, adopted theories, ideas, and so on. So this is what what is inside this sandpit. The problem is that this sandpit is limited from the outside. It is dividing people from life itself. Because you will not find any ABC or 1, 2, 3 in nature. So the sandpit is like a prison with a prison wall, where you stay inside, or it's like a robot Hoover, who will not be able to climb the stairs. So he is limited in a certain, on one flat, and he is programmed where he have to clean. This is the same what happened with the sandpit in the mind. But of course, today this sandpit gets so vast with many different choices that people think this is part of life, or get like, make party, a whole library, and it's so huge that it have almost a real copy of everything. So they can create, in the sandpit, you can create any world or fantasy or whatever what you want to create, but only within the sandpit. And like the robot Hufe, it makes people handicapped because they cannot act outside their sandpit. So they will not be able to go around. And all that what they have is a copy. They have now almost a perfect copy of life itself, intellectualized, giving names. And this is the same. As soon as we give a name to the tree, we divide the tree from all the rest. As soon as we give the stone or the green, we divide it already from the rest. If we call it sun, we already, this is all life. And this is what intellectual does. It does always separate things. And it is only a copy. All the intellectual stuff is copy and paste things. And of course, this is how they want to make it now. That just copy more you copy, more intellectual you are. And even if you are autist, like they have a huge memory, also like the psychopaths, narcissistic. This is because they don't think what people would say, to think with the heart, with compassion. They only can apply their already copied thought. So it's just like a hard drive where you just store your information on it. And you have it. You have to repeat it, that you remember it. It's not that it is just there. Yeah, it have to be indoctrinated. It is like a computer. Yeah, like a computer chip, where everything is stored, and then all the thoughts are just twisted all in the intellectual way of doing things, like a robot, just to reprogram or program the robot. Yeah. So this is what comes out of it. Finally, you just have a programmed mind with a lot of data, and that's it. Less compassionate you are, more you can memorize, more autistic you get, and more, it's indoctrination. And of course, more indoctrinated you get, more rewards you get. You will get your diploma, you will get all the things, rewards, even Nobel Prize also. And this is why intellect is seen so important in the whole society. And of course, without intellect, there would be no system. This is what the system is. And of course, it gives them a huge arrogance where they can do almost anything, like Drosten, who make this PCR test. He don't have a doctorate. Yeah, nobody find this doctorate, and like others, like also like Einstein, he didn't invent this reality theory. So the question also is, do they really have their title, or have they just bought it? Yeah. So this is also the question, because there is a huge market where you can get any kind of doctor title. This is the same for the judge also. We never know what they really did, what they study, what they really know, and you cannot verify it. And like here, we have also guys, this is French guy, like fully into artificial intelligence, Dr. Drosten, Einstein, or all the philosophers. But they all have this sandpit thinking. And it's like when you're born in a garage or in a room and you never went out and you just have the little window, all you think there is the garage. If you never put the step outside, you will never know what is really there. So if somebody's grown up in the garage, he will never know what is really outside. And if you tell them it's dangerous outside, they will keep their sandpit and not go over the border of the sandpit, but stay inside. But of course, if there only would be sand, the people would realize and would go into the green. But because everything is now copied into this sandpit, within the sandpit, of course, you can do many fancy stuff, more and more extraordinary. And but this is all what you have. All what you have is sand. And this is the same if we just fly away and still have our cage or our sandpit in the head, we will take the sandpit with us. And this is the same when people walk or want to go outside the system and they still have the sandpit mind. They would take the whole system with it. And this is also because this is a disturbance in life itself. That's why people get attacked by bears, because the bear feels the distortion. This is the same for the wolf who just killed the sheep. He don't eat them or just a little bit, but he kill way more than what he would kill to eat. Why he do that? Because there is already the sandpit all over. Yeah? The fence, the dog. But this is a disturbance in life itself. That's why he just take it away. This is the distortion. And that's why wolf or bears, they look that everything remains in place. Or the bear. It's the same like for the dog. When the dog is barking or on someone, then because he feel there is a kind of distortion. Our dog is very sensitive on that. So of course, the ones who have the sandpit mind, they are the great ones, yeah. And the other will be seen as evil, yeah, because they don't know, and because the intellectuals think that they know exactly what is going on. They will put the ones who question or even put them or show that the intellectual are not intelligent. But I mean, we can see it, yeah. This whole sandpit is full of war, plunder, murder, extortion, aggression, violence, destruction, yeah. And the sandpit would not go without this. This goes together, because this is how the sandpit is built. And the sandpit is put in the head of people's mind with all in it. But of course we don't see it, right? We are not in war. We have a good life in, yeah, we have before at least. But we didn't see that all. When we learn ABC 1, 2, 3, they didn't tell us that for this there is war needed, plunder, murder, extortion, manipulation. This is what is all in the sandpit. And this is what is taught to all the children. And never forget, all the war, the plunder is all in that 1, 2, 3, ABC, mathematics, grammatics. And it will just destroy and form, yeah, In form, there is form. In formation, we are in formation. This is what is going on. The sandpit is a graveyard because these thoughts are not alive. They are not living thoughts. They are stagnated. Yeah, it's like stagnating water that doesn't move anymore. It dies out. This is the same with the intellectual thought. They are dead thought. They will not be renewed. They are fixed and blocked, yeah, like a box. Or another example is instead of the piss is the poison. People drink it and get poisoned themselves. And this is also what the sandpit is. It is just poison, yeah, that is confusing and dividing Earth itself. It is dividing all from life. And the division is here. Yeah, the division is here from life. It's not the ones who want, keep this going, who divide. It's the one who destroyed. And this is all what you have. All what you have in the sandpit is sand. Yeah, you can't claim there is water. And of course, if people don't come into your sandpit when you're argumenting or something like that, they get very confused. They no longer know what is really going on. And all what they can bring as argument is sand argument. Yeah. And all what they want is more sand. But this is not life. This is outside of life. Yeah. And from generation to generation, this sandpit is given with all the confusion. And this is the same for religion, this is the same for science, this is the same for everything. So to think for ourselves, we should never ask anybody how we can do it. We have to ask ourselves what happened, why we always have to choose these fake choices, what they're providing us. And we have to recognize the sandpits. This is what we can do. Then we can start to think again for ourselves. Yeah. Yes, we acquired some intellect, yeah, but just to show the intellectual that the intellectual is dead system programming and not thinking at all. But of course, the intellectuals will not get this. If we want to be free, we also have to be free, have to free ourselves from this sandpit. Otherwise, you would be like a lion in the zoo. This is not free. The whole system is a place of many sandpits. And we are not specialists or whatsoever. Yeah. We all got this sandpit programmed in our mind. The question is, what we're going to do with it. We can use the system to get out of the system, but not to get any benefit for life or to comprehend anything within the sandpit. Thanks for watching.